My first time ever doing a career or job like this, and it was hard for me to adjust the first couple. Yes, boy, I tell you, man, it ain't easy. It's not easy, man. I'm gonna let you guys know why I was contemplating on quitting my first week of OTR truck driving. As y'all can see, I'm at the truck stop right now. This guy about to take off. You know what I'm saying? The owner operator about to take off. This one's pulling in. It don't stop, baby. It does not stop over here, man. Cause you know why? This is the #1 freight broker, owner operator. Just got my CDL truck driving license. Logistic freight broker. Woo! Video vlogger on the world. And if you guys don't know, we got a campaign. We need 1,000 subscribers by October 1st, 2022. How can you help the campaign? Easy. Let everybody know. I ain't got time to be telling you. Let your mama know. Let your daddy know. Let your auntie know. Let the grandpa know. Grandma know. Your cousin, your sister, your friend. Let the choir lady know. Let the church man know. Let everybody know that Daddy O's home. And subscribe to the #1 YouTube channel when it comes to this trucking business. You hear me? Got that out the way. But yes, you see the title. I was contemplating on quitting my first week of truck driving. And let me tell you why. Let me take a seat here. I got my food right here. I'm about to go heat it up. I'm about to go heat that bad boy up. Just got done taking a shower. It ain't easy, man. So the reason why I was thinking about quitting my first week was, if you guys don't know about truck driving, right? Especially if you're doing team driving, you know, the truck is constantly moving. And this is my first time ever doing a career or job like this. And it was hard for me to adjust the first couple of days because the truck just keep bouncing. And then, you know, the truck swerving left to right, you know what I mean? So it's waking me up constantly. And I'm only getting like 2 or 3 hours of sleep. Then I got to get up and take over the wheel for 11 hours. So that was already stressing me out. But I was still trying to push through it, try to keep going, keep the motivation up. And then this happened. If y'all saw the last video, right? Go watch my last video with the whole winter storm out there in the East Coast and almost a head-on collision. It was crazy, man. That's the last video. Watch the last video that I just posted up. Watch that, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Then that happened. That stressed me out. And I remember my partner was like, hey man, it's your turn. Because we're at the mechanics getting our stuff fixed. And then usually I was doing the daytime. The daytime I was comfortable. But when it came to nighttime, I'm from a state that we have street lights all the way down the highway. So it's constantly light. When you come out here to the Midwest and to the West Coast, they don't got no street lights on the highway. All they got is your headlights and your high beams. So you better make sure they both work. Because if they don't work, it's gonna be hard to see out there because there's no support out there, there's no lights. So I'm driving, I'm already extremely tired, I'm frustrated, I'm angry. We stopped by this gas station. I ran in there and I had the smartest idea to grab a Bang energy drink and 2 Starbucks Nitro Black, like coffee can, whatever. So I knocked down the Bang energy drink, I knocked down the two Starbucks coffee, and my anxiety went to the roof. I was driving out there, I was going through this tunnel. I'm driving in West Virginia, and literally, if you ever drove through the mountains in West Virginia or in Virginia, literally there's a sign that says there's no shoulder for the next 6 miles, meaning that while you're driving, if you look to your right, you're gonna see that there's no edge there. All there is a descending all the way down the mountain, which you can die, you know. So that freaked me out. And then you got another sign that says you're gonna descend for 6 miles, and remember, there's no lights. And at the time, we didn't know. We did a pre-check check the next day, but one of our headlights were out. That's why it was hard for me to see at night. It was just so hard for me to adjust, you know what I mean? Very hard to adjust. But I was calling everybody up the next day. I told my partner, I quit, can't do this. This ain't for me. I'm going back home. I'm gonna get me a local job. I don't care. I will bust my butt working for these food service companies or whatever the case may be. I'm not doing over the road. Not mine. Not Broken Top. And I was calling everybody, you know what I mean? I was calling my cousin who's been trucking for the last 6 years. I called my friends that got 3 years plus truck driving. My friend that's actually my partner too on this team drive company. We team drive, meaning that I do 11 hours Then I go to sleep, and he does another 11 hours. Then he goes to sleep, and it's back and forth until we get a reset. So I'm calling everybody up. My partner, he's knocked out. He's sleeping because he got to get his energy for his turn. I'm letting everybody know I quit. I'm not doing this again. I'm good. This is not for me. I got to figure something out. And everybody kept motivating me, right? Everybody was telling me, hey, you need to keep going. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to my wife. My wife is like my biggest supporter. She motivated me and said, babe, what's the reason and purpose for you to do this? You know what I mean? Before you quit, before you give it up, after day 3, what's the reason for you to, why are you quitting? And what was the goals? You know what I mean? Are you going to be able to achieve these goals if you quit? And at the time, I was stressed out. My anxiety was to the roof. I was overloaded on caffeine and energy drinks. And I was like, I'll figure it out when I get home. I'm going to Colorado right now. I'm buying me a plane ticket and I'm flying back home. I quit. But my wife kept supporting me, and people kept calling me and telling me, hey, listen, don't quit. And I was really looking for one person. Trust me, I called like 9 people. I was really looking for one person to tell me, you're right, quit, you shouldn't do it. And I was gone. But as the caffeine and energy drink settled down in my system, it really did dawn on me and hit me. One thing I could tell you this, when I first started driving, I seen a lot of signs about God, you know what I mean? A lot of billboards that said God protecting you, God loves you, trust in God. I even seen trucks on the back of their trailer that was dirty, wrote down, Jesus love you, trust him. And at the time, I was like, oh, that's a coincidence. I keep seeing all these God stuff, you know what I mean? I'm good. And when I had that anxiety attack, that was what came to my head. When I spoke to my wife, that's what she motivated me with. It felt like God was just telling me to keep on pushing. And I kept going, y'all, you know what I mean? And I want to tell you guys, don't quit. Keep going. What is your goal? What's the purpose of you going over the road? You know what I mean? If you want to pay off debt, you want to take care of your family, you want to buy your first home, you want to buy you a truck, you want to, whatever the case may be, start your business. Write down your goals and your purpose. So when days come, when you're on the road, you miss your family, you miss your wife, your kids, your husband, and it's the holidays and you're just homesick and you're just tired, stressed out, frustrated with dispatch. Remember your goals, you know, and remember to stay on top of your goals. Because yes, you're gonna make a lot of money, you know what I mean? And it's gonna be easy for you to spend $8,000 every time you come home on your home time. It can happen. It happens to a lot of first-time truck drivers that are working with a company. They get paid a lot of money, they get home, and boom, $5,000 gone within 1 week. Because you're making the money. And you're not really noticing it. So you want to make sure your goals are, your priorities and your goals are right in front of you. Get you a notebook, write it down, remember it. So when you have days where you're frustrated, you're tired, you want to give up, read your goals. Talk to your wife, talk to your husband, talk to a friend, talk to someone that's supportive. Find someone that you know you can call while you're on the road and need someone to talk to, you know what I mean? Because those people and the stuff that you write down will really, really help, and it will really push you to keep going. Because like I said, I was ready to quit. This is week 1. I finally completed my first week of OTR truck driving. I'm getting the hang of it. I'm getting my system down. I'm getting enough sleep. But I really wanted to quit, and the thing that motivated me, that pushed me, was, why was I doing this? What's the reason why I was making these videos? What's the reason why I was so amped to be a truck driver? Because when you're stressed out and your anxiety is to the roof, all that stuff go out the window. Yes, broker talk is human. I really am a human. I didn't care about none of y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, man, forget the YouTube, forget all that. I am done. I'm done with everything. I'm going back home, become a local driver, which nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna become a local driver for a little bit after I complete these goals. You know what I'm saying? After I complete the goals of getting our first truck, you know what I mean? Paying off debt, saving up enough money for maintenance and emergency, stuff like that. And that can happen within a couple of months, as long as you stay on the plan and your goal. Don't get off your goal, man. So if you decide you got your CDL and you want to do this OTR trucking and you never did it before, when those days come, when your anxiety goes up, you're stressed out, you want to give up, it happens to everybody their first week. Don't give up. You got this, man. You got this. Call somebody that you can talk to, that's supportive. Write down your goals every day. Write it down. Write down how much money you're making every week. Write down your debts. Write down your bills. Write all that down, so at least you know I can at least save up $4,000 a month, or I can at least save up 5,000 a month. I can at least save up 10,000 a month. If I save up 10,000 a month, then I'm able to achieve this goal that I always wanted to achieve. You know what I mean? Because when you out here, make it worth your while. You know what I mean? Don't come out here making money buying designer clothes and going on trips and eating all the finest restaurant, and then after a year go by, you're still broke. Make this worthwhile, because this is very stressful, man. Look at all these trucks out here. Look at all these families, these guys and women that are away from their families right now because they put in the time. So if you want to come out here and put in the time, make sure you have your goals, make sure you know what you're doing it for, and don't give up, because Broker Talk was ready to give up. I'm about to go heat my food up. I took me a good old shower. I'm gonna heat this food up. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna see you on the next one, man. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's Broker Talk. Let's go.